The President of the United States of America, Donald J. Trump, is named a co-conspirator of a federal crime.
Is that grounds for impeachment?
Do you think impeachment is more likely at this point?
Impeachment. Impeachment. Impeachment.
Impeachment.
Impeachment.
Welcome to this week's Wacky Moments of Liberal Expression. Now, liberal cable news outlets evidently had their own conclusion in mind after former Trump lawyer Michael Cohen pleaded guilty to campaign finance violations.
To move forward on impeachment.
The president facing impeachment.
Impeachment will be on the Democrats' agenda.
The I word, impeachment.
The I word, impeachment.
The I word, impeachment.
The I word.
The I word, and impeachment.
The I word. On Wednesday, CNN and MSNBC reporters, anchors, and contributors used the word 222 times in 18 hours. And in their rush to discuss this possibility, they sometimes got the process wrong. Like in the MSNBC segment, how impeachment works.
Only the House can bring charges against a president, but any individual congressperson can start this process. Next, the House votes. At least 2/3 of the chamber has to approve the impeachment.
But impeachment doesn't work like that. Only a simple majority is required in the House for an impeachment vote. And then it will move on to the Senate,
which acts more like a courtroom. The Senate tries the case and votes, acting as defense, judge, and jury. Again, the threshold is 2/3, so even half the chamber voting to impeach would still acquit the president. 2/3 of the Senate, 60 as it stands right now.
No. Currently 2/3 of the Senate is 67. But, you know, math, facts, those things are tough. And in MSNBC's rush to talk impeachment, accuracy can get a little lost. But there's always a chance to get it right the next day as you continue your impeachment narrative.
A simple majority is all that's needed to approve the impeachment, which is about 218 votes, give or take a few, for vacancies. Now, once the House approves the articles of impeachment, it goes to the Senate, which basically holds a trial, essentially acting as the courtroom and the jury.
Or not. Well, let's do a How Impeachment Works segment and get it wrong repeatedly. Now, on a different note, this is one thing the liberal media did get this week, was new information on the highly covered investigation into the death of Molly Tibbetts. Now, it was an issue that they covered very closely until they found out that the murder suspect is an illegal alien. And then, sadly, they just didn't want to talk about it anymore.
But Fox News is talking about, a girl in Iowa and not this.
How quickly did the liberal media drop the subject of the Tibbetts murder after the suspect was identified as an illegal alien? Well, NBC Nightly News didn't even give an update on Thursday night, and on ABC's Good Morning America on Friday, the coverage was brief, and strangely, they didn't mention the words illegal, alien, or immigrant.
A judge ordering the suspect, a 24-year-old Christian Rivera, held on a $5 million cash bond.
Mr. Rivera, you have been charged with murder in the first degree.
Investigators say Rivera followed Tibbetts when she was out for a run, abducted and killed her, then put her in the trunk of his car and dumped her body in a cornfield. This morning, we are learning more details about Rivera. His girlfriend, Iris Menares, who attended the bail hearing, attended the same high school as Molly.
A suspicious omission of facts. That was something that was a bit of a trend this week that CNN got an early start on over last weekend.
I want to let you know about this story regarding a new baby boy. He is not with his dad today because ICE agents hauled his father away as the family was headed to the hospital where the mom was scheduled for a C-section.
She says they asked for her ID, so she got her ID and gave it to them. And then they asked about her husband's ID. She says he doesn't have his, but we live pretty close and we can get it if you need it. She says that's when agents had him step out of the vehicle to check for weapons. When he got out, they put him into custody.
They ran the report several times on Saturday, but later in the day when it was revealed the suspect was arrested because he is suspected of homicide in Mexico, well, CNN didn't air an update on Saturday, and as of late Sunday evening, they just didn't cover the topic at all because when you push a liberal narrative, sometimes facts just get in your way.
She says her husband has no criminal history and that police have never stopped him and he's never had a ticket. She says, my husband needs to be here. He had to wait for his son for so long and someone just took him away.
That's all for this week. I'm Eric Shiner for MRC TV. We'll see you again next week.